Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back, guys. What's going on? What's going on? It is another day here at Intellectual Radio with your girl, Brandy J. Yes, checking in. Yours truly, True Essence. We are a unique spiritual boutique. You can check us out on IG, on my IG, Brandy, 3YJ underscore. And also, if you haven't already, check out the website. We got a lot of spiritual tools to help you evolve. And as always, if you would like to tune in and ask any questions, feel free to give us a call at 708-223-8953. Intellectual Radio. What's up, guys? I'm so happy to be here another weekend, another week with you guys in high vibrations. It's been so beautiful, right? This new year, we're coming into a new era, a new energy. We're all learning new things. We're all vibrating high and taking one another on a journey with us, right? Not to only mention, guys, we are in Black History Month. What? Yes, we are in Black History Month, and I love that for us. And Black History Month is so much bigger than a month, right? It's a movement, it's a way of thinking, it's a way of being, it's a aura associated with it. But it is great to know that there's other cultures and other places and ethnicities that respects us and our culture and where we come from and what we're about, and getting a vibration of that. So in the remnants of that, we're going to actually highlight each week some people that I feel is prevalent in our community and still make a stance, whether they are physically here or going on in another realm, because we know when you transcend, your energy does not stop, right? So energy doesn't die. So as the physical dies, your astral body becomes more potent. So there are some people like Marcus Garvey, like Malcolm X, like Dr. Martin Luther King, that is their energy, right? And even Tupac, yes, even people like Tupac and Biggie, yes, they still make some noise and they still have so much greatness in our land and in our energy, in our energetic field, and we can still get their energetic signature. That signature was just solely theirs. And it's like you can respect Malcolm for who he was, and you can respect Dr. Martin Luther King, and you can even respect Fred Hampton. And they all had like different ways of communicating to our people, different philosophies, different things that they honed in on, and but all there was a commonality in that, and that we can all respect and appreciate, and that energy is still prevalent to this day. In fact, that energy is why we have like things like Black Lives Matters and all these different things, because they're piggybacking off of what our ancestors have already left for us. And in this month, not only do we as a culture get to celebrate that, but other cultures as well. And I just want to make sure that we're representing. Let's make sure that we're representing properly. Let's make sure that we are holding ourselves up to that higher cause. Let's get in tune. This is the time to read, discover more about the different people that you like. Dr. Martin Luther King, where was he born? What did he do? What was the civil rights movement really about? Where, let's get into the meat of this thing, because in getting in it, you can appreciate that person's journey even more. Because believe me, it's not easy going in front of the beast. They tackled the beast in front of our face. Like, that's to be respected. And I know that we all do respect that. And in that respecting, there's also a learning in that, because in learning, then you get to appreciate even more who that person is and the plight that they had to get us to where we are collectively today. And there's so much. And then there's even people like that's being born to this very day that's going to supersede Malcolm X, supersede Marcus Garvey, supersede Dr. Martin Luther King, and those some even supersede Obama. And those some group like great supersedes, right? These people are great. So we have people that's being born and already born that's going to supersede that. So that's a seed. Ooh, yeah. Did you catch that? I said that's a seed. So we got to make sure we nourish those seeds properly. So this is why we talk about these different variety of things on this show, because our seeds are our children. The children are the future. And they're going to supersede what our ancestors have already done, what you are even doing to this very day in this very moment. So let's make sure we are nourishing our kids properly. Let's make sure that we are letting them know of our history. And Black History Month, share some Black history facts with your kids. Make it fun. Maybe while you're cooking or while you're eating or whatever have you, integrate that so that they can have a greater appreciation for it. Even highlight one person a week, even if that's one person a week or one person a day, get jiggy with it. Like however you want to do it. But this is important because again, we already recognize that there's a lot of whitewashing going on, especially in the schooling system. They're only going to begin our history with slavery. And we all know our history was way before that. We've all should at least gather that at this juncture in the road. So we all know that our history is way more than just slavery, but yet that's where they begin us. And then that's what they teach other cultures in the schooling system, because we want to know that the schooling system was not made for us. So with that being said, how do we combat that? The best way is to take control and order of your household, because your children are the seeds that's going to supersede Dr. Martin Luther King, Malcolm X, so on and so forth, right? They are the new seeds. So we got to make sure that we are nourishing them. And in nourishing them, we're nourishing ourselves. So I'm still learning. Like some of the things that I learned about in Marcus Garvey that I just studied, like I didn't know that before. I knew an umbrella of who he was. But just studying him more recently, it gave me a greater appreciation for him, right? This man born August 17th, 1877, not even from the States, not even from the States, from Jamaica. He came in and basically took over. He went and sailed to England in 1912, right? And took courses in Burbank College, took all of his philosophy, all of his learning, all of his intuitive nature and learning from different cultures, right? Because you're talking about Europe. This is a whole other different beast. He's from Jamaica. So he conquered that in 1912, brought that back to Jamaica in 1914, and then came back and formed a UNIA. What is that, Brandy? I'll tell you what it is. It is the United Negro Improvement Association. That's what Marcus Garvey created in 1914. And this was in remnants of the pride of our community, giving homage to our heritage, also teaching us about economics. He took that to the United States too. By 1918, he was in the States teaching this, taking great friendships with people like Booker T. Washington, right? Booker T. Washington and all these great people who basically helped form the Tulsa, the allegiance we had in Oklahoma before the bombs fell, which we all should know about. And if we don't, we'll dig into that another day. So along with Webb Du Bois. Come on now, these are great people who formed a great nation and not only just spoke about it, but they were educated. So they did the work. They went to school. They went to some of these. I mean, I believe Booker T. Washington, I believe he went to Harvard. Or if it was not him, it was definitely Webb Du Bois. So in essence, they all went to some very prestigious colleges and brought that information and gave it back to the community. I say what? They gave it back to the community. Not only did they give it back to the community, but then they formed not only that newspaper, but also the Black Star Line. Yes, guys, the Black Star Line, which was boats to bring in not only services and goods, but also to migrate potentially our people back to our heritage. So even though that never really got off the ground, and as some of the things that we tried to form in the past did not get off the ground because you had your state representatives, if you will, like J. Edgar Hoover and whoever the elite will be at that time, to be able to discord us, we still, in the essence, stayed on track. But there's more to come. And I like to speak about these things because if it was done before, that means it could be done again. I said if it was done before, it could be done again. And guess what? It can be even better because now we have communications through platforms like Facebook, Instagram, websites. We have not only telepathic communication, but we actually have so much other science and electronics and all these great things that's being bestowed to us to be able to take that information that our ancestors laid for us to the next level, to 2023. Yes, we can and we will do that. This is why we have to water our seeds. This is why we have to speak conversations like this. This is why I'm definitely saying for Black History Month, let's educate our children. Let's educate our schooling system. Let's educate our friends. Let's educate all around us. If you are in a office and it's predominantly is usually like 60% or more, typically 50 or whatever. If they are Caucasian or of another descent, maybe they need information about us, real facts. I mean, everybody hear about Dr. Martin Luther King and Malcolm X, but what about your Web Du Bois? What about your Marcus Garveys? What about these other great intellectuals that we don't even speak about? Even like a Nipsey Hussle, do you really understand what he really was doing? And when I started to dig into him, do you know his great great grandfather was like a well-known king? Yes, we're going to dig into that another day, but this is hardcore facts. And actually, what I will do is share it on my page so you guys can see it. And with IG, that's Brandy 3YJ _. Yes, his great great grandfather comes from a very pristine heritage. So when you really start to dig at this thing, the DNA don't lie. What's it's in you, it's not on you. Oh, say it again. It's in you, it's not on you. And this is why Nipsey had a certain different swagger than the other rappers. And this is why his movement, unfortunately, in a lot of ways, without digging into it, had to be kind of disrupted. But I say this, it's not being disrupted because physical dies, but the spiritual lightens. So our ancestors, like Marcus Garvey, like Dr. Martin Luther King, like Malcolm X, they're still here. Their energy is still here with us. They are actually able to do more in the astral planes than they were in the physical, right? Because in the physical, you're confined to this 3D dimension, to this physical body, to these physical spell words and this matrix that you're locked into. And that's why we have to speak these tunes and these vibrations into the ethers. Oh, your ear. The ethers is your ear. I'm speaking ethers out here to your ear so it can resonate into the pineal gland so it can awaken and that Kundalini energy can be rising. And then you know who you truly are. And in that energy, you ignite the next person. And then therefore our energies are awakened. I mean, our God power. And we are crystallizing our imagination. So we're manifesting faster. And because we are manifesting faster, we have the ability to know our true power. We have like confidence in it, because it's not being watered down. Speaking of water, we are made up of water and we're drinking water. And water is also fruit. So we know we need fruit because water is from fruit. You need fruits and vegetables. Yes, we all eat bad things, and this is true. I too. Again, you might catch me at Alcarimas once a week, whatever the case may be. But as we ascend, as we grow, we let go of those things, but we bring more in. So it's always a let go, bring in, let go. It's an equal flow. And as you ascend and you get better with this thing, more is going to come in. And the things that you used to crave, but the parasites is living in your body. Ooh, we got to talk about it another time because there's parasites living within a body and within a mind, controlling you, manipulating you. Yeah, we're not ready for that conversation, but that's the truth because that's what this food does, because it's not real. It's been modified, guys. We know what's really going on. They've all but told you. So we know what's going on with it. It's just a matter of if we're going to do our due diligence to rid ourselves of it. And believe me, it's not an easy thing because I'm even saying that for myself as I ascend and learn new things. It's a hard task. And this is why you got to be around people that's thinking on your vibration so they can help you through the journey as you help them through the journey, right? You cannot do this thing alone. This is why I'm here. Guys, this is why I'm here. You cannot do this thing alone. You cannot, because it's so much to take in. When you start realizing what's in your food, you like, oh my God, so I basically can't eat anything. And then God like, yeah, no, you basically, you can't eat anything. You got to like take everything that's in your kitchen, everything that's in your cabinets and just throw it out because it's garbage, you know. But Whole Foods, I can't afford it. So now we got to get into economics. So you mean economics is a part of it? Yes, economics is a huge part of it, because if you don't get your credit, your resources, know what to do with your money and how to allocate it, because you can have so much money coming in, but if it's going out in the same rate, what good is that? And then if I'm not investing that money wisely, what good is that? So I understand, and getting in higher consciousness is a lot to take in. And this is why I formed this community for us so that we can take it in as I am in bits and pieces that make sense. But in that, we are collectively working together and we should be communing. And this is why, if you have any knowledge, I promise you, any knowledge to share, we are welcoming you to come on this platform and speak that truth. I need it. She needs it. He needs it. We need it. So it's always going to be 708-223-8953 all day long, baby. Intellectual Radio. Speak your truth. Give us some food that we can eat. We all should be coming to the table. No one should just be coming to the table alone. We all have our unique thinking, our unique way of being, and our unique perception that's unique to this time. Ooh, yes, it's unique to this time. So in highlighting that, we can basically appreciate it and share. Pass the peas, like they used to say. Pass the peas, like they used to say. It's that type of vibe. And in sharing that experience with one another, we can ascend and grow and get to our destination even faster. Because who wants to get to the destination? I said, who wants to get to the destination? I'm getting there. I don't know about you, but I'm getting there. I know you is too with me. I know you're getting there with me. And that's why we're here. So I appreciate you loving on me. I appreciate you loving on one another. And today was, again, just an appreciation about Black History Month. Every week in this month of February, I'm going to be highlighting someone unique. I briefly spoke about Marcus Garvey. I am definitely going to dive into him more. And a lot of people like Fred Hampton. I might even have a son on my show. Who knows how this thing will go? But we definitely have to get this thing moving in the right direction. And the first way to do that is to pay homage. Right? To pay homage to those who've already paved the way for us. Again, our seeds that's being born and already born now is going to supersede what's already been played out by our ancestors. So we appreciate them, we honor them, and we want to honor our legacy. And we need to know that there's more to our legacy and more to our past than just slavery. Hello? We were here before slavery. The Moors was into power. I don't know if you guys know anything about the Moors, but they came into power 711 all the way to 1492. Hello? They were the ones that went into Europe and taught them civilization. They taught them how to bathe, how to do certain things that they didn't even know. Hello? They didn't even know anything about sacred geometry, anything about science, mathematics, astrology. We studied all of that. The Moors came from North Africa. Everything started in Africa. And then it moved out from there. So we sailed the seas. We're already in the Americas long before Christopher Columbus. And we all know this by now, but that's a fact. Right? So the Moors came in from North America to 7-Eleven. This is why Beyonce was 7-Eleven, 7-Eleven, seven twice, seven twice. Listen, y'all got to pay attention to some of this music that these people are putting out. Instead of demonizing them, understanding the codes that they're putting into this music, because they're actually on light code lockdown as well. I said, your artist is on light code lockdown. They can only say so much. They're privy to a lot. Their mind is open to a lot, but they can only say so much because we all know who's running this thing here, you know? So with that being said, know your power. At 7-Eleven, the Moors came into Europe and taught them and gave them our ways, our customs. And to this day, that stuff is still being hidden under the Vatican. I mean, your Pope. But we ain't gonna go there hiding some great things under that Vatican, right? Let's go. You got to know these things. You got to know these things because that's your true science. That's your true, that's who you are. But we can still, guess what? All of our information that's under that Vatican is in the ethers. I said it's in the ethers. That means it's out here in the atmosphere, right? Because words are energy. What our ancestors left us is in our genetics. It's in the ethers. It's in a lot of people DNA in their genetic codes. You can just go around somebody and be around them long enough and know things that you never knew before just because that person is on that type of consciousness. And you being in their electromagnetic field allows you to be able to download certain things that you would not have been able to download or understand and understand certain things that you would not have before. So all of these things are key to us evolving. And I like to speak these things because it's truth. You are bomb. You are light And light is wisdom, it's information, it's a new way of thinking, it's a new way of being. And we are into a new era. So as our light codes unlock, we are not locked into anybody's prism or perception of who Black people should be. We are greater than anybody's perception. We are greater than anybody's box. And every time they try to put us in a box, we step outside the box. And when they create another box, we create another box. That's how cold we are. And then guess what? They try to follow that box. So who following the leader then? We the leaders. I said we the leaders. We are not going to be confined to this construct that they created for their own gains. No, we're going to create a new construct that creates a better benefit for our family, our legacy, and who we are collectively as God light beings. Yes, we are more than this physical body. And each time they try to confine us to just this physical body, we show them, no, we are light beings. We came from the astral planes. We are made of dark matter. No, on a scientific level, on a spiritual level, on an economical level, on every level, I can trump you every time. Because that's what they say. This ain't checkers, this is chess. Been that, will forever be that. And you got to know that. So in respect of Black History Month and the beginning of it, guys, I just want to give y'all a quick synopsis of what this month is going to be about. It's going to be about Black history, Black power. I know we all into metaphysics. We study that. We talk about that, the mind and all of those things. We definitely will get back to that. But this month is about us. And if nothing else, I'm going to ignite you. I'm going to ignite you so you can go into the spring, which is really the new year, when things really spring forth, heighten in who you are. Right. So with that being said, I really appreciate you guys tuning in another day with me on Intellectual Radio. Again, if you have anything that you want to give, please tune in and give us a call at 708-223-8953. And again, check me out on IG. That's Brandy 3YJ_. And I love you guys so much for watching and tuning in. Make sure you like and share. Yes. Love you guys. Bye. I will love you anyway.